Today we're going to go over the last step of our writing process. We have already created our graphic organizer with our bold beginning and our big idea, and we gave information all about our big idea, and we have our conclusion that repeats the big idea but used different words. After we did that, we went ahead and put our writing across 4 pages, and we used each of the boxes of our graphic organizer to help us write across these 4 pages. So the last step today is to make sure that all of our spelling and punctuation and capital letters are correct. So again, I'm going to go back to my graphic organizer, and I'm going to go through and highlight or circle my capital letters. So I see that I have a capital letter at the start of this sentence. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. And I also have a question mark, and this is all for page number 1. Now again, I have a capital letter to start off that sentence, and I have a period at the end. So once I do that, I can count that I should have 2 capital letters and 2 pieces of punctuation. So I'm going to go look at my writing on lined paper, and I'm going to double check. Oh, I have 1 capital letter here, and I have 2 capital letters, so I must have done that correctly. Then I'm going to go back and check. I have a question mark, and I actually ended up using an exclamation point, but I still have my end punctuation, so I must have done that page pretty close to correctly. I'm going to repeat this process, and now I'm going to look at the information for my second page. And I have the capital F for first, so I'm going to double check that in my writing across lines I have a capital F for first. And I ended with a period. And I also have the capitals for the name of a book or the name of a person, so I need to make sure in my writing I capitalize that also and have another period. So if I go to my page 2, I do have that capital F for first. And it looks like I added in a sentence here, but I also have my capital A for Amelia and my capital B for Bedelia. And I ended my first sentence with a period and my second sentence with punctuation. So I'm going to quick check this middle sentence to make sure I have a capital to start it off and a period at the end. With my capital letter to start it, I don't need any other capitals, and I have a period at the end. And here's another capital letter to start that sentence. So again, that page looks pretty good. On page number 3, I have a capital to start off with another, so I need to make sure I capitalize that in my writing, as well as a period at the end. So when I look at my writing, I have my capital A for another and a period at the end of that sentence. And again, I added some more information, which is great, so I'm going to go through and double check that. Capital letter to start off my sentence. And it looks like I had the name of some important places, and I did a really good job of remembering to capitalize those. And ending with a period. Now I'm on to my 4th page. So if I look, I actually have 2 boxes that go onto my 4th page. I have my F for finally, that's capital. And it looks like I capitalized parents here, and I don't have to if it doesn't end up starting my sentence. And I have a period here and a period here. And I also have the N for now and a period at the end. So I have quite a bit on this page that I need to double check. So coming over here, I did remember to capitalize my F for finally, and I have a period at the end. Now, this time my word parents, the way I wrote it, ended up being in the middle of my sentence, so I don't need to capitalize it. So I'm going to go back and make sure whatever the first word is of the sentence that I capitalize that one. And that's the H in here, and I did remember to capitalize it. And I'm going to find the end of this sentence. Oh good, I did remember to put some punctuation at the end. And I'm at my last sentence now. I did remember to capitalize the N in now and put a period at the end. One great tip, if there's ever a word you're not sure that you know how to spell when you're writing, like the word maybe activity, you can just put a light circle around it, and that'll tell you to go back to that word and maybe look up or ask how to spell that one later. Hope your writing turns out great.